What's going on, guys? I apologize for the lack of videos the past week and a half. As you can see, I've actually moved. It's what I've kind of been busy with. Had to do some renovations to the house. But yesterday was a pretty big day in the NHL world. And I'm not talking about the Florida Panthers winning the Stanley Cup. I'm actually talking about the trade that went down. Ottawa Senators gained Linus Ullmark from the Boston Bruins. We obviously knew there was a good chance he was going to get traded after Jeremy Swayman played so well. I didn't think Boston was going to give him away, though. This trade makes absolutely no sense to me. Joonas Korpisalo, Kastelic, and a 2024 first-round pick. That's actually the Bruins' original first-round pick they're getting back. There's also, I think, like 25% salary retention on Korpisalo. But like I was saying, guys, I think the Ottawa Senators absolutely stole Ullmark here. When you look at Korpisalo's contract, I think it would probably cost a first-round pick to get rid of it. 29 years old here, 81 overall, making $4 million for 4 more years. Obviously, it's still 5 years in-game. And again, last year did not play that great with the Senators. The fact that they were able to shed his contract and pick up Ullmark for essentially just a first-round pick, and a late first at that, absolutely unreal work. Obviously, Ullmark could leave after next season, but even if he does, I honestly think it was worth the late first-round pick to get rid of Korpisalo's contract. So just an all-around good deal here for the Sens. I really can't believe the Boston Bruins couldn't get more than that for Ullmark. And I saw a funny tweet saying how goalies in real life apparently have the same amount of trade delays they have in NHL 24, which obviously isn't a lot. Ullmark here, 30 years old, 89 overall. Again, solid contract for him too. $5 million, 1 more year real life, 2 years here in game. The fact that they had to take back a bad contract in order to get a first-round pick for him, I honestly cannot believe. And this must have been the best trade offer as well, because they're trading him within the division to the Ottawa Senators. Now, first-round pick should really be Boston's pick. Detroit will be close, so we'll just count Detroit's pick there. Again, you look at the trade value, it is on the Senators' side. Actually, scratch that, guys. I want to do this right. I got the Boston Bruins first-round pick on the Senators. So you can see we're getting that, Kastelic, and Korpisalo there with 25% retention for Linus Ullmark, who they want. The value is pretty equal. Medium difficulty. I think they might say no just because of the Korpisalo retention and the computers are weird like that, but it might be a good enough return they'll say yes. Let's see what happens here. Trades rejected. Yeah, they're not willing to retain on Korpisalo's deal, so I think if we take that off, the Senators for sure say yes to this one, but we'll see here. And yeah, trade does go through. So again, if the computers weren't so weird about $1 million retention, I think, the Senators are definitely happy with this trade. And now next year, guys, we're going to try the trade from the Senators' perspective. It works so well that Ullmark's actually on the block there for the Bruins. You can see they're clearly, choosing Swayman over him. Swayman there, not on the block. Now, they're not interested in Korpisalo. They do like Kastelic. They don't like the first-round pick, which is their pick getting back. We'll see what they say. Obviously, having the retention should help it out, but I'm thinking this is going to be a no by the Boston Bruins. And yeah, trade is rejected. It doesn't even say just a touch or anything like that. So just like in real life, the Ottawa Senators definitely win this one, even though, they did reject it initially with the salary retention. That's just because this game overvalues that, I think, sometimes. But the video's not over yet, guys. There was actually a couple other goalie trades that happened within the last week. Unfortunately, didn't have time to get to. And the first one was a 1-for-1, Pierre-Luc Dubois for Darcy Kuemper. This one definitely shocked me. 2 underperforming players this season. So take a look at Dubois in game. 25.84 low elite, making $8.5 million for the next 8 years. Release 7. This is actually using Vasi's most recent roster update. I should mention that. Capitals like Dubois because they definitely need center depth in game here. Kuemper, 33.83, making $5.25 for 3 more years. LA would have too many goalies. Okay, Aaron Dell there. Shouldn't have negative value on a league min. Hopefully, yeah, okay. We'll just add him there and make this simple. Dubois got a lot more value than Kuemper, even on that big contract. So we'll see what they say in game here. In real life, I actually think it was a fair trade, as the Capitals, not really concerned with the cap hit for Dubois. All they want to do is help, Ovechkin break Gretzky's goal record before he retires, which Dubois, should help do, like I mentioned. 1-2 punch of him and Strom's definitely an improvement on what they currently have. And then the Kings here get out of Dubois' contract. Kuemper could be their starting goalie next year. Cam Talbot was an all-star this season, but he's on expiring deals, so he might sign somewhere new. They could re-sign him to be in tandem with Kuemper. We'll have to wait and see. But like I said, I like it for both teams in game. They definitely feel like LA giving up a lot more here, which is why the Capitals say yes, but we'll try from the other side as well. And as you guys can see here, the Kings aren't interested in Kuemper, nor is Dubois on the block. And Dubois has got a ton more value, so on medium difficulty, this should be a hard reject from the Kings. And it is. So in real life, EA feels like the Capitals won this trade, but like I said, I think it was actually pretty fair. That Dubois contract, if he doesn't turn his game around, is definitely, a net negative. So I think, both teams get what they wanted. Now, there's actually one more goalie trade that happened, and that was with the Calgary Flames and the New Jersey Devils. This trade was definitely rumored a lot at the deadline. Didn't happen, but ends up happening here before the Stanley Cup final even finished, and that was Kevin Bell in a first-round pick going to the Flames in exchange for Jacob Markstrom. My initial reaction is I think, it was a pretty fair trade. The first-round pick is top 10 protected. The Devils definitely need a goalie. We'll try this trade in-game as well, guys. As you can see, the Devils are interested in Markstrom. 3 years left, which is really 2 years left, $6 million, 86 overall goalie. I think he'd really thrive on the Devils. They got some good defense there with both Luke Hughes and the Mets coming up, Dougie Hamilton, Marino. I heard they might even be signing Brett Pesce. You can see here Kevin Bell probably ends up being like a solid bottom pairing defenseman, maybe a low-end top 4. Again, top 10 protected first-round pick. Malik's just there because we have to have, even amount of goalies going through. Luckily, he has like basically 0 value, so it shouldn't affect the trade. Looking at it here, I think the Devils say no. The value is way on their side. And yeah, trade is rejected, but the Flames might say yes. And now look at the trade from the other side. You guys can see that the Flames are interested in both Ball and the 2025 first-round pick. Markstrom's not on the block, though. I checked. Dustin Wolf isn't either, but they do have Vladosh there on the block, so kind of makes sense because I think in-game the Flames don't really see themselves as much of rebuilders as they are in real life. Now, originally I didn't think this trade was too bad. You guys can see, of course, the Flames got to say yes to this. And they do. So in-game, EA feels like the Flames really won this trade, and I got to agree based on the fact that Linus Ullmark essentially just got traded away for free, whereas the Devils give a first-round pick to get Markstrom. Now, Markstrom is under contract for 1 more season, but Ullmark's a much better goalie. The Senators can still re-sign Ullmark. I think if I was the Devils, I'd definitely be kicking myself after seeing what Ullmark got traded for and what I gave up to get Markstrom. So just a quick look there, guys, at all the goalie trades. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Again, sorry for the long wait. Going to try and have some more out for you guys later this week. So let me know in the comment section which team you guys think won these trades. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.